Hello, good morning. Uh, Today I thought I'd share with you a book I just finished reading. It's called Who Moved My Cheese? Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson, MD. So it's a quick read. Hi, Terry. Um, so this book does not take long to read at all, but it's filled with great information. Basically, the whole story is about change and how people adapt to it. So the book is based on four characters. So there's two mice, Sniff and Scurry, and there's two little people who are the same size as the mice, and they're called Hem and Haw. So basically, um, there's a maze. They all live in a maze, and there's cheese in the maze. Certain parts of the maze have a lot of cheese, others have no cheese, and some have a little tiny bits of cheese. So in the beginning of this story, all four characters enjoy a compartment of the maze that's full of cheese, compartment C. So, they all take off their shoes, they sit there, they stuff themselves. The two little people, Hem and Haw, uh, after they stuff themselves, then go back to wherever they're dwelling. So in time, eventually what happens is with anything, uh, the cheese disappears. Now that cheese basically represents, anything in life. So it could represent the good things in life, like a job, a relationship, things like that, things that we want, right? Um, so it's showing you what happens when you don't adapt to change. That's the whole thing of the book. So the cheese runs out of that compartment. So the mice go off in search of more cheese. So these are like people who are the early adopters. That's what the correlation is. So Sniff, the one mouse, sniffs out change and goes running away to get something else. Scurry just sort of moves at a fast pace to find something else. So these are the early adapters. The two humans, Hem and Haw, once the cheese runs out, they go, well, there's going to be more cheese. More cheese is going to be coming. So they sit there and wait and wait and wait, and nothing happens. So they're waiting for this cheese forever. But a week later, Haw decides to go looking for some cheese in the maze. He finds a bit, comes back, and shows him the cheese and says, would you like some cheese? He goes, no, I'm comfortable here. I don't want to move. I don't want to adapt. I'm comfortable where I am. There's going to be more cheese coming. I'm going to wait for this cheese. So Haw, is still feeling weak from a lack of cheese, which is represented by the good things in life. So he goes off searching for more. Along the way, he writes little messages for his friend Hen. Some of these messages are something like, hang on, I'm trying to find one. Okay, they're like little blocks of cheese in this book, right? The more important your cheese is to you, the more you want to hold on to it. So there's like little messages like that throughout the book. So what happens then is Haw keeps searching for cheese and is growing faint. So what he does is visualize, because he's got a mind, he can think. So he visualizes this cheese. He visualizes how great it would be to have this cheese. And eventually he does come across another compartment that's full of cheese. So he eventually gets the cheese. The other one, Ham, is still sitting there, and we don't know what happens to him at the end of the book. We assume he finally gets up and makes some changes and gets the cheese, but we're not quite sure. So it's basically the same in life, right? There's the early adapters, the people who know that something's about to happen, and they just move with it. Then there's the ones that really run with it. Then there's the ones who take a while, but they eventually move. And then there's the ones that just do nothing. They will not leave their comfort zone. They just will not accept reality. And that's the whole premise of the book, right? There's all kinds of messages in through the book, like, and anticipate change, visualize new change, visualize what's going to happen, move in new directions. If something is working, try something else. The sooner you let go of your old beliefs, the sooner you will be able to get into a new territory and find new things. So there's a lot of messages in this short book. I highly recommend reading it. And if you do have kids, it's not a very hard read. I would recommend reading this book to them. So again, sorry about that. Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson. A very quick read, and you'll notice yourself in there, which type of personality you are, which person you are. You might have to change yourself. So anyway, that's hello, Dreamer. So anyway, that's my message. That's the book, Who Moved My Cheese? And like I said, I'd highly recommend reading it. It's very quick. It does not take long to read at all. And it's fictional, of course. So have a great Saturday. I hope you enjoyed this quick video. And take care, my friends.